Hi everyone. Already we started this material science. In this we are now going to discuss about synthetic fibers. Already we completed natural fibers. So till now if you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. So synthetic fibers. Synthetic natural fibers means those natural fibers we may get from plants or animals. But synthetic fibers we get the raw materials which are obtained from petroleum. From petroleum we get some raw materials. From that raw materials we'll get these synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are artificial fibers. Both are same. Synthetic are artificial fibers. These are man-made fibers. Okay, in laboratory we have to make this. That's why these are called synthetic fibers are artificial fibers are man-made fibers. All these synthetic fibers are in a chain, like a chain. Means in a chain all these are beads. We have beads. All these beads with a thread. All these beads together with a thread. So same like that, synthetic fibers also very small identical units, same type of units like these beads, one bead, identical. All these are same. So like all these beads, we have small identical chemical units. So the all chemical units combine to form a large fiber. So these small identical units are called as monomers. And these are all monomers combinedly formed a long chain. That chain is called as, that large unit is called as polymer. So in Greek language, polymer, poly means many, poly means many, mer means unit or part, many parts. Polymer means many parts or many units. Monomer means one part, one unit. That's why we give this polymer. Next, whether if you have a fiber, whether it is natural fiber or synthetic fiber, how can you test? Simple, by burning test. If you burn any fiber, if it gives burning hair smell, if you burn hair, how you get the smell? If you get the same smell, then we can say that is wool or silk. If you burn the fiber, if you get the smell like burning a paper, when you burn the paper, how you get the smell? If you get the same smell, then we can say that is cotton or rayon. Next, if you burn any fiber, if it melts, means if it converts into liquid state, that's already solid. If it converts into liquid state, if it melts, then we can say that is synthetic fiber. First synthetic fiber is nylon. So this nylon is from cold water and air. So from this we can prepare nylon, cold water and air. Means that cold water, air. In this we have, if you go for chemicals, hexamethylene diamine when reacts with adipic acid. Hexamethylene diamine when reacts with adipic acid, it gives polyamides. So those polyamides only, that polyamide is only the nylon. So this first fully processed synthetic fiber is nylon. So this is the nylon, first fully processed synthetic fiber. First is nylon, and this nylon replaced silk in hosiery articles. In hosiery articles, those are very lustrous. So for this, for that lustrous, this nylon is also strong, elastic and lightweight. So these are also lustrous. Nylon is also lustrous and strong, very strong. We cannot cut it easily, nylon. And elastic also, elastic nature, it has elastic nature. And lightweight, weight is very light. So that's why this nylon is replaced silk in hosiery articles. And here I have given lustrous nylon fibers. Clothes or fabric are lustrous, easy to wash. We can wash easily. Silk we cannot wash easily, and does not absorb water. And it does not absorb water, nylon. So that's why. So I'll tell next uses. Static electricity created in nylon fabrics. Nylon fabrics, static electricity means we know that when you rub any balloon or any comb, plastic comb with your hair, some energy produced on this, that is called, it can attract papers, so paper pieces, that is called static electricity. So static electricity created in nylon fabrics, and this nylon easily catches fire, it melts easily. That's why at fireworks we cannot use this nylon fabric here. So nylon replaced wool at which situation? To make carpets. To make carpets, first we used wool, but we are using nylon now to prepare carpets. And rock climbers also use nylon ropes. Why? Because nylon is very strong. So that's why they can use nylon ropes to climb mountains. And by using this nylon, we can prepare swimsuits. Why? Because it does not absorb water. Umbrella cloth, it does not absorb water. Car tires, brush bristles will be there now. So bristles also made by nylon. Fishing net, socks, car seat belts, and sleeping bags, curtains, all these are made by nylon. Silk cloths, if you take a silk cloths are very costly, and maintenance of silk is also very inconvenience to us. So then scientists invented this rayon. This rayon is called as artificial silk. So just rayon replaced silk, artificial silk. So this commercial production of rayon is started in 1911, but it named as rayon in 1924. Till then it called as artificial silk. So after 1924, from 1924 it is named as rayon. So first rayon factory in our India is in Kerala in 1946. So but this rayon is made from wood pulp. So wood pulp, actually wood pulp means natural resource. So then we can call this rayon as natural fiber, but we are not calling this as natural fiber, this is synthetic. Why we are calling this as synthetic fiber? Means this is wood pulp. Okay, so wood pulp contains cellulose, so it is called cellulose fiber. But this cellulose should treated with sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide. Sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide. Directly from wood pulp we are not getting this fiber. This wood pulp means it contains cellulose. That cellulose treated with chemicals, sodium hydroxide and carbon disulfide. That's why this rayon is called as synthetic fiber. This rayon is cheaper than silk. The cost is cheap. Cheap cost we will get this rayon and looks like silk. So that's why most of the people prefer this rayon. So if this rayon, if we mix it with cotton, we can prepare bed sheets. Cotton means it can wrinkle easily, and it can, and they break by washing cotton clothes. If you add rayon and cotton combinedly, we can form bed sheets. They cannot break that much easily. And rayon mixed with wool to form carpets, to prepare carpets. And this rayon we may use in sanitary products, diapers, bandages, linens for dressing wounds. For all this rayon we use. And this is not perfect. Rayon is not perfect for all fabrics. Why? Because rayon is made from wood pulp. Wood pulp means it can break easily. If you soak these fabrics for more time, they can break easily. That's why we should know this is not perfect fiber. If we use cotton clothes or cotton ropes in parachute, what happens? Cotton can break easily. So nylon, we should use only nylon. Why? Because nylon is strong. That's why we use nylon. Fishermen also in olden days they used only cotton clothes to fish, for this fish. But now we are fishing. Now they are using net, nylon net for fishing. Okay, so that's why we use nylon. Why? Because it is strong. Now if you go for rayon, this rayon we used in diapers. Except those rayon, we should not use nylon. Why? Because these diapers means it should absorb water, urine. So that's why we should use rayon. It absorbs water easily. If you use it in the place of nylon, it cannot absorb water. That's why we should not use nylon in place of rayon. Blending. Next, blending means it is not a fiber. Blending means combining of a synthetic fiber with two or more other fibers. One fiber should blend with means mix with another any two or more other fibers. Then the process is called as blending. Why should we blend? Why? Because now only I told that cotton and rayon blended. Cotton always wrinkles. It always wrinkles. అంటే ముడతలు వచ్చేస్తుంది కాటన్ క్లోత్ తీసుకుంటే. If we add to that cotton some rayon is synthetic and cotton is natural. So for that synthetic rayon, if we add some cotton, then we get a good quality cloth. Means if you wear synthetic fibers, it is irritation. Why? Because the synthetic fibers are prepared from chemicals. So those chemicals makes irritation on our skin. So that's why we have to use natural fabric. But natural fibers we may not get that much. That's why, and natural fibers also have some disadvantages. So that natural fiber cotton, if we add rayon, those two combinedly gives their combined properties. That's why that cloth cannot wrinkle easily and cannot break easily, and the quality of cloth is good. So that's why we have to blend. Blending means mixing of one synthetic fiber with any other two or more other fibers, natural or synthetic fibers. That is called blending. Next one more synthetic fiber is acrylic. Till now we studied nylon, rayon. Now acrylic. Acrylic is fake fur. Fur means wool, fur or fleece. We call it as fur or fleece. So acrylic is fake fur. Why? Because this is artificial. It is not actually fur, but that is artificial fur. That's why this is acrylic is called also as fake fur. This made from petrochemicals. Petrochemicals only we have to make this acrylic. So this acrylic looks like wool and it is very soft. That's why it used for fleece, socks, sportswear, sweaters in winter season, carpets, luggage awnings and vehicle covers. All these in all these we have this acrylic. Means in all these we have acrylic means not only acrylic. Acrylic is blended with some other any synthetic or natural fibers. So in all these we have acrylic. So in laundry, dry cleaning, we make some fibers dry cleaning. Dry cleaning means there we should not wet those clothes with water. Except water, they use other solvents. That's why in dry cleaning, those clothes are not wet with water. That's why those silk cloths we always give for dry cleaning. Why? Because they use except water, they use other solvents. So next we have another synthetic fiber is polyester. We can simply call it as polyester. So terephthalic acid, dimethyl ether, dihydric alcohol. By these three chemicals we get polyester. So from these polyesters we have different types of polyesters. From these polyesters, terylene is popular polyester. In large amounts we use polyesters, that is terylene. Terylene is the popular polyester, and this terylene always mixed with cotton. That is called means blending. That is blended fiber is called as terrycotton. Terylene often mixed with blended with wool. That fiber is called as terry wool. And these polyesters used from making soda bottles to boats. All these are made with polyesters. All these we learn now. Next topic we have is plastics. So మనకి అక్కడ నుంచి వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ పాలిఎస్టర్స్ గురించి తెలుసుకోవాలంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇది వచ్చేసినాక మళ్ళీ అగైన్ ఐ కమ్ టు ద టాపిక్. సో ప్లాస్టిక్స్ ఫస్ట్ ప్లాస్టిక్ creator of first plastic is Alexander Parks. Scientist name Alexander Parks. So that's why whatever the plastic he first invented, that plastic name is Parksine. That plastic name, first invented plastic name is Parksine. Okay, this plastic is also polymer like synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers also polymers and plastics also polymers. In these polymers, monomers are in two ways in plastics. Monomers main linear chain, like here. This is monomer 2, 3, 4, 5 monomers. Monomers are in a linear chain, or these monomers may bond with a cross-linked like this. Here it has this side bond, and here in four sides it has bonds. So this is cross-linked polymers. These are cross-linked polymers and these are called linear chain polymers. Here plastics are two types, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics means plastics which get deformed easily on heating and can be bent. Means when you heat a plastic, if it melts into a liquid, and by using that liquid again, if you bend into another shape of a plastic, then we can say that as a thermoplastic. Means we can use again and again this plastic. Again we can change its shape by heating. Those are called as thermoplastics. Example, polythene, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. These are thermoplastics. By using these we can prepare combs, toys, containers. All these are made by thermoplastics. Next, thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics means opposite to thermoplastics, which molded ones cannot be softened by heating. If we once molded into one shape, then by heating also they cannot soften, they cannot melt again. If we heat again and again, they become very rigid, very strong, but they cannot melt. It means these thermosetting plastics we should use only one time. If we use one time, we have to throw. That's it. We cannot use again and again. These are thermosetting plastics. Example of thermosetting plastics are bakelite, melamine. These are thermosetting plastics. These are used to prepare switchboards, handles of utensils. Here we have different plastics. They have number also. Number 1 is polyethylene terephthalate, PET. We say this as PET bottles. PET means polyethylene terephthalate. Next, number 2, high density polyethylene, HDPE. High density polyethylene. Number 3, vinyl groups means polyvinyl chloride, PVC. You may listen advertisement PVC pipes, HDPE pipes. So these are the plastics. 4, low density polyethylene. This is high density, this is low density polyethylene, LDPE. Number 5, polypropylene, PP. Next, number 6, polystyrene, PS. Number 7, others. Others means except not only this, mixture of these. Number 1, 2 and maybe mixed, 3, 4 mixed, 1, 3 and mixed. By mixing all other, we will get others. That is number 7. If you observe any bottle, any cool drink bottle or any other plastic bottle, you can observe at the bottom of that bottle, you can observe this triangular shape like this. Triangular shape. In this triangular shape, in middle you have these numbers. Number 1 means that is made with PET, polyethylene terephthalate. Means that bottle is made with polyethylene terephthalate. If in this triangular shape, if you have 2, that is HDPE. So from 1 to 6 different numbers you have on plastic containers or plastic bottles or whatever you are using plastic things, plastic buckets. Okay, all these has at the bottom of them they have this triangular shape arrow marks, and in that we have one number. By depending on that number we can say what is that plastic. Next we have bakelite. This is thermosetting plastic, bakelite and melamine. So thermosetting plastics. Why should we use these thermosetting plastics? These thermosetting plastics are with cross-linked. Thermosetting plastics are with a cross-linked. That's why if you heat once, they have strong cross-linked bonds. That's why if you heat again and again, these bonds become strong and those cannot melt. That's why these thermosetting plastics cannot melt. So this where can we use these thermosetting plastics means where the heat produces, we should not transfer the heat, then we have to use these thermosetting plastics. Here bakelite is used for handles of utensils, a tea utensil. If you want to handle the tea utensil, it should be made with bakelite. Otherwise, if you use any thermoplastic, by that heat it also melts, that plastic also melts. That's why handles of utensils always made with the bakelite, which is thermosetting plastic. And switchboards, we have switches, electricity, if electricity is passing through that switch more, it also melts if it is thermoplastic, but it should not melt. That's why we should use thermosetting plastic switchboards. Handles of utensils, switchboards are with the bakelite. And this bakelite is also alternative for pearls and jade stones, which we use in rings, depending on horoscope, our horoscope. So here next, melamine is used for computer and TV cabinets. Those also should always electricity passes through them. If you use thermoplastic, it melts. That's why we should use thermosetting plastics, melamine. Computer and TV cabinets or plastic plates we using in our houses, tea trays, bowls, all these are made with melamine. If we use any metals in place of these plastics, they will get rust and they can damage, and their cost is very high. And in place of those metals, if you use any plastic, that is very cheap in cost, and they cannot rust easily, they cannot rust. So that's why we are using plastics in place of most of the metals. So this father of plastic industry is a Belgian scientist. He is Dr. Leo Hendrik Bekeland. That's why Bakelite. Bakelite is thermosetting plastic. Bakelite is named after his name, Bekeland. Bekeland, Bakelite. Next, whether if you have given a plastic, whether it is thermoplastic or thermosetting plastic, how can you check? Is hot pin test. This is important. Hot pin test. By hot pin test, we can check whether it is thermoplastic or thermosetting plastic. Just if you have to take a hot pin, you have to take very hot pin, and if you when you touch that pin to that item, then if that pin penetrates into that item, then we can say that is not a thermosetting plastic, we can say that is a thermoplastic. So that is hot pin test. Next, we have non-stick pans. Non-stick pans are always coated with polytetrafluoroethylene, Teflon. Teflon means polytetrafluoroethylene. And fireman dress, it should not catch fire. That's why we use melamine. Next, these plastic bags are more danger than atom bomb for future generations, told by Supreme Court of India. So this plastic is very dangerous for future generations than atom bomb, more danger than atom bomb, told by Supreme Court of India. Why? Because these are, here you have to know these two terms. Easily the items or the substances which can easily decomposable in earth, are called as biodegradable. Which are not decomposable easily are called as non-biodegradable. If you have taken any banana peel or any food items, if you throw into the earth, those easily biodegradable. After 2 to 3 days you cannot find any banana peel or any food item there. Why? Because it can decompose into the earth, so those are called biodegradable. But if you take a plastic cover, then if you throw on earth, after few days, not only after few days, few years also, it cannot decompose, it cannot mix with that earth. So those are called not decomposed, non-biodegradable. One plastic cover takes more than 1000 years to decompose. Means you can understand how much danger those are. So those are called non-biodegradable. And if you heat them, plastic, if you heat them also, they will give very dangerous fumes, gases, very dangerous gases, which are causes for global warming, and that also causes air pollution. So heating also dangerous, and just decomposing also dangerous. So just this usage of plastic is only dangerous for this earth. So these plastics are non-biodegradable. When non-biodegradable, if we use in this rate for more 10 or 20 years, the total earth occupies with plastic only. Every place we have plastic. That's why Supreme Court told that the plastic bags are more danger than atom bomb. Next, we have 4R principle. In this 4R principle, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 R's. 4 R's principle. First one, reduce. If you can use any other substance except this plastic, then you can use any other except plastic cover. We can use any cloth bag, no? Just use cloth bag in the place of plastic. So reduce the usage of plastic. First you have to do the reduce the usage of plastic. Okay, you used, once you went to a shop, they have given a cover, plastic cover, you used already, and you reuse it. That plastic cover, whenever you went to market for vegetables, sometimes you used some plastic covers. Those plastic covers again we can use, no? Why you're throwing again immediately? You should not throw it. We can use those plastic covers again and again. Reuse, we can reuse. Next, recycle. If plastic chairs, plastic buckets, all these are, if we give to some persons, they recycle, means they can heat them and again they melt into liquid, again that melt, again we will get a liquid form, again we will get different shapes of plastic, means again we may made plastic tubs, plastic chairs, plastic stools, like this we will get different substances. So this is recycle. Next, recover. Recover means this is solid waste management, how to do this recover. So all the plastic solid in, if you take a dump yard, there you can observe most percentage of plastics. That plastic, if you separate the total plastic, from that plastic we can produce electricity. We can produce electricity, and we can use this for many different processes, that plastic. That's why we have to recover that plastic. These are 4R principle: reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. And this is universal recycling symbol. This is 3 arrows. Now only I told, now if we have number 1, that is PET bottle, like this triangular arrow marks are is called as, the symbol is called as universal recycling symbol. Now only I told that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is others. In that 1, 2, 5, 6 are recyclable plastics. Next, 3 and 4 are not recyclable plastics. Now only I have given those that list: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you can observe, and in this 1 to 6, around 60,000 types of plastics we have, but for 60,000 plastics we don't give any number. These 6 plastics we use in more quantity. That's why if from these 6 also we use first one, number 1, PET bottles, polyethylene terephthalate, we use PET only, more quantity. So these, for these 6 only we have given numbers. So for 7 we have given number 7 for others. So here, why should we give numbers for these plastics? Bottom of that bottle, plastic bottle or plastic bucket or anything, it has its number in this triangular shape. Why should we give number? Means when recycling, we should not recycle all plastics at a time. Why? Because we have to sort out number 1 plastics all at a place, number 2 plastics separate number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, all plastics we have to separate first. Then all number 1 plastics means PET bottles or PET plastic, totally we can melt it at a time, then we don't have any problem. Otherwise if you melt number 1 and number 3 combinedly, you may not get that softer plastic, melt plastic. That's why first we have to sort them. So to sort them we need numbers on those plastic substances. That's why we are giving numbers. So this is plastics, about plastics. So up to this we completed total material science. Thank you for watching. If you didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. I will give some questions now. Please answer these questions. Have given 6 questions here. Read this, answer these questions. If you have any doubts from these questions, please comment in comment box. I will answer in comment box. Okay. Thank you.